Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Tavernside Tales. I hope you're doing well. I have a camera now, so you can actually all see all of our faces. Sorry we weren't here last week. Obviously, it was Labor Day. We had a couple of things to take care of in our personal lives, but we are back now. But to give everyone a bit of a recap, last session was mostly combat focused. We picked up in the middle of that ongoing sniper battle in the residential area of Troutberg. They were able to more or less corner the sniper and her illusionist uh, as they traded blows with some of their robotic assassins, debated whether or not they should throw a fireball into someone's house. It was a little back and forth, but they were able to properly subdue their opponents, get the tiniest bit of information out of them before Wendy put a hole in Essex's head. And then they came face to face with the king's second born daughter, Gil, who came, threatened them, demanding where the moon phase was, cut off one of Envy's horns, was dealt quite a bit of damage collectively by the entire party, and then fled before more backup could arrive. Once they had all made their way back to the ship, they got patched up, kind of regrouped after their harrowing encounter, and Envy received a message via crossbow bolt saying that Gil's informant is on the ship. Envy chose not to share this information with the rest of the party, instead incinerating that letter before the word could get out. Everyone retired to nurse their wounds, get that full long rest. As Lyslin was the only one to actually go to a doctor, they wake up with 5 temp HP. And off camera, everyone leveled up. Our party is all now level 7, and we'll hopefully get a taste of their new abilities here throughout this next.
The overlay is wrong because I'm lazy.
But yeah, don't worry about the overlay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're professional here for like 10 subscribers. uh, so, as our session, I want to start. If we could just go down the line, let's start with Amber as of voice chat on Discord. Amber, how is Envy feeling about yesterday? How are they processing it? It's your guys' first encounter with like a real combat. You did some fighting with the Arcane Brotherhood in the jungle, kind of stomped them. You did a heist, stomped that too. Lyslin kind of got their butt kicked a little bit in the fight pit, but they kind of beat the first mate half to death. This is the first deadly encounter you've all gone through. So how is Envy processing it?
I don't. I think that's sort of maybe just it. I don't think she is processing it. I think a part of it is, it was definitely quite a lot, and she has a lot of complicated emotions. I don't think her mental state is particularly great. So, I think she was maybe hoping that fight might end a few of her, essentially end her troubles, but I don't think she's really spending a lot of time thinking about it. I think she's sort of just spending the next, just thinking about the next thing and not thinking. Maybe just sort of keeping her mind occupied on her now task at hand, and that's probably about all she's really thinking about. Trying to keep her mind off other things. Very cryptic, I know.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's your cryptic character. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Ashton, how is Wendy processing it?
She's pissed, as normal, but more so. She not only was knocked down to the point of near death, also a few of her compatriots as well, which she is pretty determined to keep alive, more so for face than due to emotional connection or anything. They also almost died. She's mad. She should be a lot stronger than this. She has been before, and She's pissed she's not gotten back up to where she's normally at yet.
Yes. Where's Lady at? Mentally, not physically. I'm sure you're off, like ringing doorbells and smacking people in their sleep or something. But where is Lady at emotionally?
Uh, most of it's, been removed from her mind, but a lot that remains is frustration and I guess a mixture of disappointment and anger. So frustration because the way that fight went was terrible. It was mishandled, sloppy. We had a prisoner who was then executed without any sort of questioning beyond what Wendy decided was rational. And then disappointed because she wanted to go on this grand adventure and instead she's been killed twice. Sorry. You thought I was going to come for your DMing in this adventure. No. My teammates killed me once and then got me killed the next time. And then had the audacity to the audacity to get back up off the ground instead of dying. And angry because Wendy survived and it's going to continue. And there's nothing that Lady feels that she's able to do to make this the adventure she actually wanted.
And finally, Roxas, how is Lyslin processing the near-death experience that was yesterday?
I think that she's also angry. Similarly to Wendy, apparently, Lyslin used to be stronger and is very frustrated that she was taken down so easily by what amounted to toys in her eyes. Mechanical and just like she wants to be better than that, and she doesn't like that her instinct was to protect everybody else, was trying to like actually, she wasn't making so much of a calculated decision as she was actually acting, and she doesn't know how she feels about that.
Well, as everyone is piecing everything together, one letter is slipped into the specialist quarters, one is slipped into Wendy's private quarters, just under the door. Both of them read very simply: your presence is requested in the captain's quarters in 1 hour for. So you all have 1 hour if you want to grab some breakfast, wash up, if there's anything you guys wanted to do before going to this meeting with the captain. Speak now or forever hold.
I do, but I will let others go first.
Whoever wants to.
I think Lyslin will go have a quick wash in the public washroom.
In
In the public one.
Gotcha. I was gonna say in the private bath or the main cruise bath. I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Is all your hair back yet?
No. Should not
24
be.
hours, so not yet.
Yeah.
You get a couple.
No.
As you step into the bath, a lot of other people are kind of like washing off yesterday's sin. And as you step in, see a couple people don't even recognize you. Before there's like this like click of recognition, like, morning, Lyslin, new haircut doesn't work for you.
No, but
Gotta be honest.
thankfully it'll only last until this evening. So, just, part of the trade.
Are you like cold? I feel like that'd be cold, right? It's like taking off a coat.
It is. It feels. Everything is very sensitive against my skin. It's like I can feel the air. I hate it.
You see this crew member you're talking to. I'll say, I'm not gonna give them the name. They hand you a bottle of sunscreen to put on.
Oh, um,
You're gonna need that. I feel like fresh skin's gonna burn really easy. So maybe just
you know,
down there.
I don't know that you're wrong. Thank you.
Hmm. You're a little pink already, and the sun just rose. So like,
I've been inside.
well, this kind. I don't tell you.
She
Like,
looks
kinda,
like
pats you on the
really
shoulder.
concerned.
You see there's like little splotches of red just from the light that came from the porthole in your guys' room. The skin has never seen sunlight before.
Nope, not with that dense fur. Yeah, just gonna go, I guess, gingerly wash up. Complaining.
Everything's so
Yeah,
cold. It's so
just
cold.
sensitive. And then slather sunscreen on.
Now smell. It's like SPF 100. They were like taking care of you.
There's a little bit of white left over on her nose.
Yeah, like
Like
the one
goes
white
back.
strip over, like the pink nose, and then the white strip over top of it.
Wanders back to the room. Okay.
Anyone else want to get anything done in that like brief hour before your debrief?
I'm gonna swing by Trevo and Yolanda's and just see if they need anything from while we're here.
Go ahead and roll me a luck check real quick.
13.
13. Answering the door is Yolanda. She opens the door all the way. You see there's no one else in the room. Don't need anything while we're in town. Honestly, just try to enjoy yourself. Have you seen Nev, by the way?
No, it's been a little bit.
Okay, I'm not worried. We saw her nights ago, and she just hasn't. And I'm sure she's fine. She's a capable young woman. How are you, by the way? I heard you guys got into a bit of a scuffle.
We killed him. That's about all there is to it.
Not so you. Is that all there is to it?
Oh, we had some bigwig who thought they could show up and intimidate us into giving up some info from the captain. I stabbed him.
And you didn't budge because you were an amazing second, right?
I didn't budge because I'm not about to be pushed around.
Now, if I were a lesser woman, I would find you very intimidating one day. I do mean that as a compliment.
I am glad. Oh, so glad that you are a mightier woman then.
So, we still owe you a bit of a favor. Has anything come to mind yet?
I'll know when the time's right. I think I'll hold on to a couple favors for now.
By all means, as long as you're not asking us to move heaven or earth, I'm sure it can be arranged. If we can't arrange it, we have contact.
Good. I think you'll need it. In the meantime, why don't you find me some work or something? Anything you want, I'll get taken care of.
I have something for you tonight. Since you're so antsy to be helpful, you were rather quick last time. I'm sure we can find something for you to do.
Will do. Catch you later.
I don't have a hat. You see the like minor illusion, a top hat just for a second to tip it, and then disappear.
I'm just gonna head out. I don't think I have anything else I need to do before we start our day.
All right. Cass, I know Amber seemed to want to go last, so do you have anything you want to do this morning? Just in the hour before. Gotcha. Catching up on those cat Z's that you don't need.
Yep,
Putting over glasses in the mess hall.
you know it. Yep. Chasing the
Specifically
sunlight.
that one ball. Yeah. Amber, what is it you wanted to do? What does Envy need to get done?
So, Envy did not go to breakfast. She usually
Hmm.
doesn't. So I think she is on the figurehead of the ship. Probably again just playing her lute. A little bit of time before the meeting with the captain, and she'll take out the stone, the sending stone that he gave us, and we'll send him a message. Make sure she's not being overheard. If I'm not mistaken, sending is mental, so it's not spoken out loud.
Message is mental, sending is out loud.
Sending
You can
is out
whisper
loud.
to it though.
Okay.
I'm like
Yeah,
90% sure. I can find out in like 2 seconds.
I mean, either way, if it is, then she'll minor illusion a little screen in us. I don't know. She'll do it.
Sure. you can hide yourself, no problem.
Exactly. We've got a bit of information for you, Captain. Sure, you're aware already, but you have. Oh shit, we are tracking these.
You're already at 15 because you're
Oh,
super
God.
verbose.
Oh god, I did not know you were
Let's
tracking
rewind,
words.
let's rewind it.
Okay,
I'm sure you're already aware. First of all,
Okay.
good morrow to you, Captain. I hope the day finds you well.
Okay, I did not know we were actually tracking words. Okay.
On this day, the
Captain.
5th eve of June,
I,
Sending.
your ever faithful.
I, your ever
Friend,
faithful servant,
Envy.
would like to tell you, since it ends.
Yeah.
In
I have
real-
such dreadful news for you.
In real life, I would zone out every time Envy talks to me. Like every
Yeah.
single time she starts a sentence, and there's like that preamble, she'd lose me.
I like it that little like buzzing you get from a hearing aid.
Yeah.
It's like it's talking, it's just-
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Right.
So
Go ahead.
Captain, important information. Informant on ship. Gills. She thinks I'm a potential ally.
Nine words.
Information is yours to do with as you please. How many? What are we
I really
at?
gotta flex this contraction. That's 25.
Okay. Oh, I mean, how many? What am I at? I think at 22.
25.
I'm at 25. I'll give you 3 more
25.
words.
Okay.
I'll give you 3 words.
I don't think I. I'll say she confirmed it.
You really got. Didn't mean to flip you guys off. You really gotta like flex those contractions when using sending. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
You get back almost immediately. Have you informed the rest of session? Why does she treat you? When did you?
You're kind of cutting out.
When did you meet her? I gotta fix my mic. I'm gonna get.
Okay.
I'm gonna get really close to it.
I don't think
It's
I.
gonna be an ASMR.
It's
stream.
okay. Well, you can also lower the sensitivity or raise the sensitivity.
I'll lower the sense. Give me a moment here.
Yeah, because that's what I had to do for mine. But I cannot respond. Can I not?
You cannot respond. No, but
I will then just go to his office.
go ahead.
Yeah, I will go ahead and schedule because he basically like
Okay.
he asked me questions and I can't. I have no other way to respond.
I'm gonna be able to
so
see
you-
that. I will notice you walking in there because I'm up in the mast. And
That's
I'll know
more
that
than
you got
Unless-
there before the rest of it.
unless
Unless I cast Disguise Self.
I
But
dare you.
I feel like
She triple
God.
cat dares
Wait,
you.
wait, but doesn't that mean that Lady has no clue why you'd be going into the captain's place?
That's right. All I know is that you're showing up there early.
I know. I'm trying to think if
What
I
would you know?
because like I don't want to. I'm not metagaming this.
I mean,
I'm
I'm not
thinking
going to be the
about what-
only person to see you walk into his.
No, that's fine.
His
no, there are
office,
people like moseying around. Your back was turned to everyone, so I'm saying no one's like reading lips when you were like on the
Mhm.
figurehead. So
Is
like
Lady-
ascending is fine. You're just like whispering into it, no problem. But if you're going to walk up into his office early, it is front and center for a reason. Rumor will spread that like everyone will know that you went.
Then and I would be aware that
Unless
everyone
you
would
pull
know.
like a look over there or something like that.
Yeah, and I would be aware everyone would know.
Yeah.
Then absolutely, yeah, I would use Disguise Self. I would go to a quiet corner. Matter of fact, I may even act like I fly off and into the
So
town.
you're fully fucking off the ship.
Sure, yeah, I'll fuck off into this
Okay.
into the town, into an alleyway. Disguise Self. Walk myself back.
Who are you disguised as?
Cool.
Some random ass fucking pirate. No one important.
Bobby.
So
I am
no
Bobby.
one from the important question, because I need to track this stuff and I'm anal about this. Are you
Oh,
trying to
shit.
disguise yourself as someone from our ship, or are you just someone from some other ship
It would have
walking
to be
into the
from
captain's
our
quarters?
ship. It would have to be from
Okay,
our
give-
ship, so that like someone, so that I
Give me
wouldn't
a history
like
check.
raise any alarm. Okay.
Give me a history check, and I'll just like the higher you get, the better. Like you're trying to pick someone who like no one cares about, that they're not going to
Yeah.
notice, but
Just
someone from
someone-
our ship.
Yeah. Okay. A history check.
Dear
Um,
diary, that guy with the weird bowl cut just
Okay,
walked into
that's an
the
18.
officers.
Yeah.
On an 18, we're going to say you transform yourself to be that orcish woman who barely speaks any common.
Perfect.
That way, no one's going to try to speak to you in common or try to like have a conversation with you. She's not super popular. No one's going to like try to interact with her. So you shapeshift yourself. Lady, you do see. Let's give her a name. Gina. You see Gina for giant. You do see Gina go. Don't laugh at me. I have a system. You see Gina go to the captain's quarters. And Envy, as you enter, you see the captain sitting behind his desk, scratching the chin of his little blue dragonling.
Oh, so to give a
And looks
smile.
up and raises an eyebrow.
Hello, Captain. It's me.
I didn't know.
I didn't have a way
okay.
to respond to you, so I had to come in person. Thought it best to
That
come
tracks.
discreetly.
Sure. So, why does she know that you'd be a good informant?
I don't know why she thinks I'd be a good informant, but during our encounter with her yesterday, I attempted to calm down the situation. I wanted to keep our heads. So I, in an attempt to ease the tension, said there was no reason why we couldn't help each other. I think she took that as an invitation that I might be willing to inform. And to answer your
Are you
question,
willing
no
to
one else
inform?
knows. That would depend on you.
Like straightens up a bit.
I'm not about to stick my neck out for someone who cut my horn off and attempted to kill me in the middle of a street. So, no. Unless I was ordered to do so.
We cannot officially work with a traitor to the king. You
Obviously
understand
not. Of course not.
That being said, what will be gained from working with her?
I haven't the slightest idea.
She was looking for the moon phase, right?
Of course.
Very calmly reaches into his jacket, pulls out a little crescent piece of porcelain, a little bit of divine glow on it, tucks it away.
Good to know you
She
still have
thought
it.
you had it.
Not necessarily me, so much as the specialists. I'm sure you'll get this information from them.
And you didn't want to do you suspect anyone? If you're not going around telling everyone there's an informant, that implies to me that you suspect someone.
I have my suspicions.
Well, share them.
I don't have anything concrete. I don't believe any of the specialists would be involved. We were targets, so that doesn't make any sense. I'm more coming directly to you with this information, not because I don't think they're trustworthy with it, but because I wanted you to. This is a decision that you should make. What you do with that information is your choice. I wanted you to have the option to be discreet if you wanted. Whoever the informant is, knew quite a bit about us and knows you have the moon phase. So either
They know I have the moon phase.
they suspected we did, so they knew we had it, which is an important bit of information. They do not know you do, and in fact, I did tell Gil that her information was wrong. So I don't know if she believed it. She didn't murder us, so that's good.
I don't want this stupid fucking artifact. It's worth wait. This is giving us so much trouble in such a short piece of time.
Yes.
I-
Power usually does that.
Do you know why they want it?
Actually, no. I didn't read the book. I don't know anything about these moon phases. I can tell you that they're powerful
The
artifacts.
book that you
and people
didn't
want them.
borrow, you didn't read.
I'll sort of look at him like slightly inquisitively. I only borrowed one book from you, Captain. It was the book on immortals and spirits.
Please leave my office and come back with the rest of the specialists.
I'll nod my head. Of course.
Stop keeping secrets. If you're going, you have to at least trust your specialists. They're your co-workers. I don't care if you don't trust anyone else on the ship, but they don't like you, and they don't trust you. If you make a conscious effort to start hiding key bits of information from them, they will like you even less.
Fair enough. And if I have... Do I have your leave? And then I'll leave.
The first part was get out. It's like a delayed goodbye.
Got it. Goodbye.
Immediately switches. Actually, quick, give me an insight check.
Who, me?
I forgot to have you make that earlier. Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Ooh, that's a natural 19 for a 26.
He looks scared when you brought up Gil doesn't know you have the moon phase. Like that seemed to touch a nerve.
Fair enough.
Like you don't like when you were like, oh, she might believe me, she might not, that you don't have it. He seems intimidated by her, but so are many people. Just wanted to make that known.
Alright. Good note.
Good notes. Get out, shoo, be gone, Gina.
I'll leave.
So as you, yeah. You leave, find a place to de-disguise self, I'm assuming. The hour is up. I'm assuming you guys are all making your way up for your proper debriefing. After we had a little cheeky pre-debriefing. I love that. Everyone's like, what did Gina have to do with the captain? What are they talking about? Anyway, so you guys make your way back into the office. He shoos the dragonling off of the desk. Alright, I've gotten a report of your events. I would like to hear it from your mouth, Wendy. As commanding officer, while you were there, please tell me what happened.
I went out, took a bounty, went to the fight pit. Rabbit kicked Argos's ass. Afterwards,
that?
we were going to retire, but claim our bounty in the morning. Somebody tried to break into our room where we keep our hostage. Went up on the roof to track them. I took a bullet. Got into a bit of a scat with a sniper. After after we kind of held up in the room for a little bit, got the hostage back to the ship. Then we pursued. We found them laying low using hidden automatons. They detonated if they took too much damage. Caused some collateral damage, but these people were already using hostages. We got into a fight, we killed him. It was messy. It wasn't clean, but
It could have been cleaner, Captain.
yeah,
Meow.
we were caught off guard.
How would you have done it differently, lady?
Sir, the FOT was brought down into the residential area by Wendy. In addition to that, she chose to execute a captured prisoner. I'm not saying that, you should put Eric back into charge, Meow, but...
Yeah, no.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're all on the same page there.
No. Don't worry. Well, he turns to Lyslin and Envy. Do you agree? Would you have done this differently?
Would have done it differently, perhaps, but I don't really think speculation like this is particularly useful. I think we thought we had a good idea, and everything went to hell, as most plans do. I would have preferred to have laid a trap, but we survived. Minimal casualties from civilians. The town's not burning. It was a shit show, but it was the best a shit show could go, which is about the best you could ask for something like this.
I died on that rooftop.
So did I.
I died on the street.
I think our shit show could have gone much better.
I think that hindsight is always 20/20.
The reason you died on
That
the
will go better.
rooftop is to let me get a bullet off to let me track them halfway across town. We wouldn't have found
I had
them
you
again.
moments later.
This could have gone a lot worse if you hadn't taken that bullet, Cat.
I don't think it could have gotten much worse for me.
You could have stayed on the ground.
Could have all been on the ground.
So good of you.
Wish that was true.
Makes two of us, Captain.
Right. This is your first near-death experience as a group. I understand tensions are high. I do encourage you to use the rest of the shore leave to let cooler heads prevail. Reset yourselves for the journey ahead. Easier said than done. I am sorry that your lives put in danger for something that I possess. And I appreciate you not throwing me under the ship, so to speak. It's very admirable. And it does make me respect your group more. And from what the guard told me, because they came by to request payment for damages, and 2 were injured. 1 civilian was killed, and property damage was not catastrophic. My only note, two notes. Do not use your fucking partners as bait. And perhaps try to get more information out of prisoners before you execute them. Otherwise, I congratulate you all on staying alive. Now, Miss Envy was given some more information this morning.
Yes.
She informed me ahead of time. Then we discussed it briefly by sending, and she wanted to make it public to you.
There's an informant on the ship. I'm sure we've all sort of figured it out by this point, but I've had it confirmed by Gil. During that little brief negotiations, I at least managed to convince her that I might be useful to her. So, she sent me a message. Shot a crossbow bolt with a letter. I am sorry to say I did burn it. Thought you might be watching, and if the decision was made to try to catch a bigger fish, so to speak, and use me as a quote-unquote informant, and, well, I think you get the picture. But, point being, someone knew quite a bit about us from that fight, knew to use human hostages, knew that I found them in an abandoned building, top floor, I would simply burn them out. So they stuck it full of a bunch of drunk people. So they knew about me. They seemed to know quite a bit about the rest of us too. And considering Gil knew about the moon phase, someone who knew about that moon phase and what we were doing on Cornucopia has been informing on us.
What
I would
happened
like
to
to
the
make it clear that the I would like
What
to make
hap-
it clear that knowledge of the moon phase, was not disseminated to the rest of the crew unless someone blabbed about it. Lady, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, I was gonna ask what happened to the bolt? Did you burn that too?
I didn't burn it. Just
That-
took it out, threw it in the ocean. Suppose you could find it there if you wanted.
Captain, you have two specialists, one in a leadership position that do not respect evidence.
Lady,
I believe that the informant may be in this group, Captain.
Lady, did you go from
Lady.
being a librarian to an investigator? It's a new leap.
I'm glad you bring that up, Lyslin. Captain, I would like increased access to the library in order to insist that I give my full abilities to this investigation.
You found the library.
It's about the nice
Were
library.
you not
Yes.
aware that there is a library on board your ship, Captain?
No, it's a legend. I didn't know it was there.
Well, it is.
Have you been there
No,
recently,
it's-
Captain?
I haven't been. I didn't know it existed. How could I have been there, lady?
I can get you a library card.
He's very strict on the rules.
What?
You should meet the librarian.
It's actually
You
quite
are the
interesting.
captain after all.
Librarian is
Oh,
a
I wonder
right.
if you
a
pay him.
wonderful fellow.
Do you
Oh,
pay him?
okay. No, I. Jesus Christ.
There's a man who
I
works
know.
in the library aboard the ship, Captain.
Hmm. It is a bit strange.
You see him like stare off into the corner and like process shit for a second.
And to your point, though,
Clearly, I
lady,
cannot give you greater access to it as I didn't know it existed until 5 seconds ago.
Then, Captain, I am afraid that this person who is skulking aboard your ship may have greater access than even you. Meow.
Let's be frank, then, lady, who do you suspect?
I believe Envy has made herself a very suitable subject, but it is actually my personal feelings that Wendy may be the one at the heart of this. It's clear that with how last night went, Wendy's soul stood to win either way.
Wendy, how hurt did you get last night?
I'll slowly pat a couple spots. I think it took like 8 bullets, something like that. As much as I hate to say it, Nephilim scraped me up off the street there for a bit. Fucking embarrassing.
What
welcome.
does Wendy have to gain from being shot 8 times?
Captain, Wendy went down after picking a fight. Who could say that they are not already together in on it? That fight could have been staged, Captain. I believe that this person, is more or less probing, pushing our boundaries, Captain.
With all due respect, lady, that's ridiculous. They would give up information on the informant to stage a fight. They've all but confirmed that they have one aboard the ship. That's valuable information.
To dissuade suspicions?
To dissuade suspicions by confirming that they exist. The best way to dissuade suspicions are to simply not raise suspicions.
Captain, I believe that they may be working together. Wendy and Envy together.
Those two.
Yes,
you've lost
the
me,
one
I'm
who's
sorry.
constantly calling me Nephilim and insulting me. Yes, we're actually best friends.
I'll let you say
I
it.
am going to be extending the shore leave by 1 day, while Aragos and I conduct an investigation. See if we can root out our informant. If you find yourselves stumbling across evidence that implicates someone on this ship, by all means bring it to us.
Not to make assumptions here.
Baseless accusations are only going to lead to division among your already divided group.
Not to make
And I
assumptions
would
here,
urge against
Captain.
it.
But my mind is particularly drawn to someone we just picked up who already has ties to the moon phase. I'll motion my head towards Envy. This one's friend. I know we poked through her mind, but magic is valuable.
That would actually be my suspect as well.
I can,
Convenient, Captain, that they have a suspect after having been exposed by my evidence already put forth.
Or perhaps because it makes sense.
I suggest that
Liza.
your adjudication comes as quickly as possible, Captain.
Aislinn, your take on the situation. You've been quiet.
Don't think that it's Wendy. But I don't know. I don't know that that girl that we picked up would have had the time to sort out everything that I just don't know. But I don't know that either of those are good options. It would be someone who could get no one would trust her yet.
I mean, hell, the magic's item, or the item's magic. Who's to say that they're not tied in some way, and they just know roughly who's touched it last, whatever.
It is also possible. In magic, you can raise the dead. If they went to Cornucopia to track it down, they could just simply talk to someone there. But I have a meeting with Neff tonight. I can feel her out.
You have a meeting with Neff tonight.
It's a date, not date.
Suspicious, Captain.
You have a date.
It's not a date. We're going for drinks. It's complicated.
Complicated.
She's an old friend, apparently, who I don't remember. Do you know how weird it is when someone knows more about you than you know about yourself? It's weird.
No, I don't know what that feels like.
It's terrible. It's not a
assume
good
weird.
feeling.
Is this one of those things where you slept with the girl but you don't remember the face?
No, it's one of those things
you
where, oh, you
sleep
knew
with her?
my... No, if I did, I don't know it. It's one of those things where, oh, hi, you remember me as a child? I don't. That's surprising.
You don't
What was
remember
I
you as a
like?
child?
I don't remember anything. I thought we knew this.
Y'all
Oh,
seem
this
to be
isn't new-
forgetting she
oh,
sold
well,
her soul
whatever.
to the literal devil.
I thought we knew this already.
We
Probably.
didn't know you were entangled romantically in the
I
past.
don't think I
That's
was.
news to me, is all I'm saying.
I don't think I was. That's the thing.
Admittedly, I was aware. Y'all should try talking to the little one.
Wait. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to talk about me anymore. Okay. I will, I will feel her out and see.
Alright. We are going to stay in Troutbrook for 2 more days. Please, do not get into any more fights. And do not try to stab each other in the back for suspecting that you are secretly taking down the informant.
The
I don't
Pixie
believe
Cat is
anyone
getting
among
into
us
fight.
is the informant.
With all due respect, I think this one, I'll motion to Lady, I think she's got some kind of a grudge, and if she wants to work it out, let her.
No.
I'll take my pistol and I'll flip it and I'll hand it to you. You shoot whenever you're ready. Get your shot back.
I think Lady would have flinched.
That makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
PTSD here.
you flipping it. I mean, you're addressing me and then flipping your pistol around. Like, yeah, I think Lady's gonna flinch.
But I'll flip it so like I hand you the like grip side, and I'll give you the double shot pistol I have.
Wendy, don't shoot Lady.
I'm not gonna. She has my gun.
Do not stab Lady.
I told her she got the one free shot off. If she takes the second one, it's fair game.
I'm going to talk to Argos. Have a nice day.
We're a bleachable mess, at least. At least we're entertaining.
Oh, do you know where she is? I need to talk to her, actually.
Argos sleeping off a hell of a hangover last I saw her.
Christ, she
That
must
was a
have
hell
had
of
it
a
worse
night.
than I thought.
It was quite the night.
Congratulations, by the way, Lyslin. I hear that you stole our ship's bounty. Fair and square.
I mean, it was a gift from my commanding officer. I had to take it.
Yeah, she
That's
and I
what
will
we're
be
gonna
having
talk
words
about, that fair and square. Somebody seemed to think the fight was a little rigged.
She crosses her arm. I have no control over the magic that happens in my vicinity when I step into a fight.
Look, I would agree.
Everybody
That
on
seems
this
to be going
ship
around in your group.
hired me for this exact ability, and if they're then going to turn around and say that I'm cheating, then why the hell did they hire me to begin with?
Let's just hear her out when she's sober. If she's still pressed about it, then maybe we just trim down your
The
wings a
door
little bit.
behind you guys opens on its own. And the captain just points.
Have a nice day, Captain.
Lysan's gonna get like a piece of jerky out of her pouch and like give it to the dragon on the way out, and like a little head pat.
Give me a little animal handling. Let's see how he likes you.
Nat 20.
Love it.
That's funny. The dragon tries to follow you out.
Aw.
Before the captain's like, come here.
She kind of goes like, shoot.
And they kind of like there's like a 3-second moment like looking between the two of you before they like go back to the captain.
I'll stay behind, and on my way out, I'll be like, Captain, it is in our best interest for me to have greater access to information and knowledge aboard this ship. Don't worry, Meow. If you can't respond because eyes are on you, I get it, Meow. You just give me the signal. Don't say a word, Meow. Just give me the signal, and I'll know what to do, Meow. In the meantime, the ship could do with some better managing. Have you heard of the Dewey Van Richten decimal system?
No.
Say no more, Captain. And I'll head out the door.
On the way out, you hear like, I used to run a respectable ship. Was feared by thousands. As you leave, everyone roll me a perception check.
Hey.
That's
Mila.
a natural
Hi.
20 plus
Oh, the dog.
modifier,
Yeah.
which is pretty high.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not 20 plus modifier. You're gonna be easily the highest up there.
It is 17.
Oof, yeah, that's no. It's a 7. Actually, what is my perception? Yeah, it's just a 7.
I'm gonna move my camera closer.
Okay.
So hang on for a second. I'm gonna reorganize.
This is improv. I had no idea what that perception check was for, and now they have to think of something.
Like, oh, wait, I thought you would all fail. Oh, no.
Now you can see us better.
Yeah, mine was a 25.
25.
With that perception, you can see Jimmy clearer. Great.
Wendy, you see a beautiful rainbow feathered bird circling up overhead.
Once we
And
get outside, I'm assuming not in the captain's quarters or in. Like,
yes, once
Okay.
you're outside, that would be very funny though.
I used to run a respectable ship, and there's just a fucking bird loose.
He has a whole pet shop in there. Honestly, it's on brand.
I will just stop, and I will pull out my little spyglass, or I'll use the gun and pull the spyglass off, and look up towards it, see if I can make out any
Shoot
closer
something?
detail. No, I take the scope off the gun. And just-
As you look up with the satellite, you see its feathers on its tail feathers have wrapped around a piece of parchment, almost like a prehensile tail, and it's slowly descending down to your group.
Oh, towards us. I thought it was going away, and I was
Towards
going to
you.
shoot that thing so fast.
No. No, small piece of parchment. With the spyglass, you see its eyes are an ever-changing gradient of like neon colors. It's clearly magical in nature.
Okay, I will fix the gun, sling it, and heads up. I think we got mail or some shit.
Mail?
I don't know why Wendy adding or
You've
some
got
shit
mail.
to everything is so fucking
You've got
funny.
mail or some shit.
Or some
Or
shit.
some shit.
I don't know.
Something's
Could be.
coming. Could be
Whatever.
It's a
male.
bird, so.
Could be female. Anyway, it's
I mean,
spiraling
it could be like
down.
a scroll of fireball, and we're getting fucking nuked. So, like,
God, what a sick ass delivery system that would be. Didn't we try that in World War II? Or am I imagining
that
that?
was puppets.
Dropping
Dynamite
scrolls of
puppets.
fireball?
Not fireball, but like the same concept. What leave me alone.
Yeah.
So as this thing slowly spirals down, it lands on the railing in front of you and just opens its mouth for the librarian.
I'll
and
take
turns
this.
around
What?
For the librarian, but in a funny
Oh.
bird voice.
I thought it was barbarian.
That's not
For the
I
librarian.
That is barbarian. I was like, excuse me.
Still me. I mean, come on. the tiny ass cat.
As you approach, lady, it turns around, unfurls its feathers, and drops a piece of parchment. With instead of twine, it's a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Uh, it's like, I don't want to say sinew, but it's like a little bit underneath a tree, like the little green bit that can be turned into twine.
Okay. I will not open it in front of everyone.
Fair enough. The bird waits.
And I'll just
Does
turn
it
and
say-
sit and look at everyone. The bird's looking at me, and I'll look at everyone.
You going to read it?
It says,
It's rude to watch someone read. Have you ever heard that?
no, I haven't.
Oh, well, you're hearing
bird
it now,
picks up-
meow.
The bird picks up one wing and like covers its eyes.
Thank you, bird.
This would be a hell of an ironic way to find out about our informant.
That would be quite hilarious.
It'll be interesting.
I'll ask the
It
bird to
does look
hop.
like it would come from a king.
I'll ask the bird to hop on my back, and then if the bird obliges me, I'm gonna walk with it into the library where we can read in privacy.
Funnily
Okay.
enough, that's where I was going to go to.
It's a living.
Children.
I'm going to be out in the town if you need me.
So you head off into the library. You head through the pantry with this. This bird is a small sized creature, not tiny. So it's close to the same size as you, riding on your back. It weighs nothing. Like there is no additional weight from it. You make your way through the pantry, make your way into the library, get your library card checked by the librarian. Hi. Oh, sorry, you're talking to the dog. I was... It's like, "What's
Sorry,
up?"
Mila's being a little bit of a terror.
And you find yourself in relative privacy. Librarian gives you some space to go do whatever he does.
Okay. And then I want to just kind of pop it open and close it again, using my speed
Question.
read ability to read it.
Do you want me to read it out loud or just send it to you?
Question: does the bird A break library rules, or B require a library photo?
Okay, well, if the bird requires a library photo, I will make sure that the bird gets a library
Does
card.
the lady get her
Yeah,
first
so
check
there's
mark
like a
without
lengthy
bitches?
10-minute process. There's a lengthy 10-minute process where the librarian explains the library rules to the bird. And like the bird keeps interrupting by squawking. But they do get a picture and the bird looks glamorous. Like all the feathers are slightly reflective, so the flash kind of like makes them glow a little bit. But they have their picture, and they are not breaking rules as they are a sentient creature. And they now have a library card that they hold very gently in their beak.
What's the name on the library card?
The lady from the library card is. What'd you expect?
You can just read it. I don't
Cool.
actually believe as a player that the spy is one of us.
It says, "Dear lady, you are the informant. Thank you for sending me all the information. It was super crucial."
No.
It reads, "Dearest lady of the library, my daughter tells me that you are the curious sort, and that's just the sort of nature I need for a project of mine. Please stop by the Druidic Circle of the Sun and ask for Miss Dawntide. My wealth is not in gold, but I'm sure I can find some way to make you feel properly rewarded. P.S. To further entice you, I just harvested the most delicious cantaloupe, and you simply must try it. Miss D."
Awesome.
And as soon as like you opened it, sped read it, the bird immediately vanishes and drops the card.
I
Just
will.
poof of feathers on your back.
I will recover the library card. To make sure it's kept safe, of course, not to misuse. Definitely not.
The bird vanishes. The picture of the bird vanishes from the card.
Oh, wow, you're gonna make this really easy for me. Okay.
Yeah, do what you want. I'm just
Still definitely not gonna misuse this library card. She glances at the other librarian.
Kind of like raises an eyebrow. If you wouldn't mind picking up the feathers on your way out.
Lysan really was going to be heading towards the library.
Say no more.
Kind of figured
So,
we'd have her arrive.
The speed reading takes literally a second. So you, Lysan, as you walk in, you're there for the bird getting the library card. You're there for the entire ordeal. Lots of squat because you're going straight there. This takes 10 minutes. This is a there's a line. There is a process. But after that's cleared up, you are in the library. What do you want to do?
She was going to return her book and ask for a book on potion making.
Has it been a week?
About, yeah.
Since the first time?
Yeah, because we had a few days at sea.
That's fair. A few days at sea, 1 day in town. I'll allow it.
Ooh, new book time.
New book time. You asked for a book on potion making. Kind of strokes his incredibly long beard. How advanced are we looking to go?
To medium, I would say. Not advanced yet.
Understood. Intermediate. And are we looking for potions that aid or potions that hurt?
If I could get a mix. Defense and offense are always.
Simple potions and healings it is. Please, Doc. Give me a dex save. As a book comes rocketing from the opposite. I'm going to do this every time. It's my favorite bit.
And I fail it with a 7.
On a 7, you just get clocked upside the head with a small little leather-bound journal. So it actually does like 1 point of damage. It's nothing. Because it's not hardback. It's just a small leather-bound journal. On the front of it is just emblazoned, "My encounter with harmful and beneficial remedies." And just if you read through this, you will be able to make simple poisons and simple, like, minor healing potions.
Okay. She'll sign it out and do everything that she's meant to do, and thank you.
Of course. You come again now. Lady, it's new book time.
New book day is my favorite day of the week.
What do you want? What do you want to book on?
Okay, so this
you don't
time.
Have to tell me now. You can tell me later if you want.
No, I'm going to give you a topic.
Sure.
So I've returned my book on that other place, and I'm going to check out a book on Beladros Witherbloom.
I don't think there would be a book on. Give me a luck check. Let's see how specific of a book you can get on her.
$80.
It's a D20. It's fine. We'll do it at 100. I was.
Okay, sorry. I thought Lux was.
No, it's fine. No, I was just like an 80 on a D20. What are you doing?
Killed it. I'm the librarian.
You're like, I'm the luckiest. I want her autobiography. Signed copy, first edition. Yeah, that's high. I will say you are able to. He's going to check out a book for you. First of all, dex save to dodge a book, and it will be a book on the formation of Strixhaven, which goes over each of the founding dragons, their history, where they came from.
Hell yeah!
Did you dodge the book though?
I got an 11.
You do not dodge the book. It lands on the floor, slides, knocks you off your feet. It doesn't go over the head this time. Knocks off your feet as it like slides in like a J pattern, like slides to the ground, up into his hand, and he hands it to you. Now that you're flat on your back.
Bowling for cats.
Yeah, it went from like top shelf down parabola into his hand. It's a great bit. I'm never gonna let that.
Son of a bitch. Okay, that's great. I love that.
And I'll give you all that information off screen when I have time to type it all out because there's a lot. And you also have your Blink library card, which I now have to remember.
Hell yeah.
Hmm. But you have your letter from Miss Dawntide.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check in. Envy said they were going into town. Yeah, let's check in with Envy, then we'll check in with Wendy, and then we'll see what everyone does with
Okay,
the rest of their day in total.
I didn't say anything, but when Envy goes into town, I'm gonna follow behind at a pretty far back distance.
Give me a stealth check. Wow, I saw the actual animosity there.
Huh?
And
no,
Amber, give
sorry.
me a. You're just like, ugh.
Oh
Give me a
no, I didn't
perception
mean to do
check.
that.
It's fine. Contested stealth and
Perception
perception.
check is at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm not even gonna make it because she's not paying attention. She doesn't care. She
Cool,
doesn't give a shit.
26.
She's solid. That's fine.
You're so sneaky. You're like jumping in between shadows as in the rising sun. You're like doing that thing where you're like moving exactly in silhouette with the person in front of you. So stealthy.
I'm doing the grappler Baki bit where I'm like walking behind.
You're doing that. That's what I was trying to reference. Like you're moving exactly in lockstep. Even there's like, other people that see you. Like what the fuck? But Envy does not see.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is going on?
I think Envy just chooses going to.
Hang on, let me
walk
switch over to my city playlist. We were on
fine.
Druid playlist for Druid stuff. Then we can switch over to Bastion. I mean, royalty-free, copyright-free music.
Exactly. Yes. I think.
Where you headed?
I think Envy is just going to. She's gonna find some drunk who's like passed out against a wall. Someone who has a bottle of like rum or something still, and just swipe the bottle of rum.
Yeah, no roll required. There's so many people. You just like take one step into an alleyway with your tail, grab the bottle I've been looking, place it into your hand.
Yeah.
This way.
Stop.
Disgusting low, like bottom of the shelf alcohol.
Fine.
But go ahead and give me a con save.
Okay.
This isn't poison. This is just like a tolerance thing.
Yeah. That was 11 on the die. For a con, that's a 13.
13. Small buzz as you down like the last fourth of this bottle, but you're good.
All right, that's good enough. I think
You
she's
get
just
more.
kind of. Yeah, I mean, I think she'll probably grab. She wants to get like more, just a slightly more than a buzz, not drunk, but just slightly
Gotcha.
more than a buzz. Yeah.
You can pay for it.
Not paying
Fine.
for it.
You want to steal from another person. This one will be a sleight of hand because now you're starting to push your luck a little bit.
All right, yeah. She's just looking to do some shit. I got sleight of hand. That's +5. Okay, that's fine. It's a 9.
A 9.
Wait. Oh no, I'm so sorry. It's an 11.
11. So you are looking around, see who you can like grab a drink from. There was a person who was like half passed out. You try to take the bottle from them. The grip tightens a little bit, and they look up at you. Hey, pretty lady.
Oh, hi, gorgeous.
How are you this fine morning?
I'm doing fantastic. I would do just a little bit better if I had something to drink. Do you mind if I take a swig?
Oh, babe, I got this bottle of rum here. It's all yours.
Sounds fantastic, and I'll just sort of brush his face with my tail as I walk away.
She's pretty. And just falls into the sand.
Drink a little bit more. Just like kind of nursing it as I'm walking around. Like I'm not chugging.
Gotcha. You got a little bit more than the buzz going on.
Yeah, good.
Very
I'm gonna
curious
just...
where this is leading. Like you're
I'm just
stealing
gonna be...
drinks and walking somewhere.
Yeah. I think she's just walking around town. She's trying to find any information on the ship, so she'd probably be around the dock. just to listen to see if anyone has heard of the Dawnbreaker, passing any place it might be. So she's probably just kind of moseying around, maybe window shopping, just eyes and
Gotcha.
ears open.
Investigation check and investigation check.
And I will
Wendy,
use.
just like checking back in on you? Are you just still following at a distance, or are you making a move yet?
No, I'm staying pretty far back. I just want to keep an eye on, like, not necessarily actions, but I'm looking for, like, I'm really just looking to see if Jen blows up, and if so, I want to be around to make sure the town does not go nuclear.
I gotcha. Important note: Wendy, you haven't heard from Jin in about 12 hours.
Envy?
Anybody? But yes, I did mean to say envy. Couldn't weasel away that way.
Oh,
Envy,
I haven't
heard from Jin in 12 hours. No funny interjections or anything. You heard from her like before you went to bed last night, and then that's it.
Just sort of.
No funny comments or anything. Just silence.
She's maybe like, sort of. I don't know. I'm not sure Envy really knows what to do with that. I think it's kind of on the back of her mind, maybe a little anxiety inducing. She's starting to kind of wonder, like, Jin's usually around. Why? Huh. Well.
And your
okay.
investigation check was?
Oh, I'm also going to be casting Enhance Ability at second.
Okay.
What is the second level? Whichever the intelligence one is. Is there an intelligence?
It's
Hold
like
on. Full strength, burst, endurance.
it's not
Wait, is it
Evil
not?
Slender, not Cat's Grace.
Oh, Fox's Cunning.
That's the one.
Okay, so this will give me a plus. It would be advantage, and my investigation's +4.
Actually, hang on. Roll that flat.
Oh, okay. I will have to reroll then. If that's okay. Yeah.
You go to catch enhance ability, and nothing happens.
Now we're very worried. She would stop. Try to cast it again.
Nothing. That normal bit of like static electricity that is your arcane nature. Nothing. Give me a self-insight check, real quick. Actually, no. Let's make it a medicine check. Give me a medicine check.
All right. Ooh, it's a dirty 20.
Your arm, your ruby arm, is a bit. It's the first day where it hasn't felt like your own arm. It's stiff. There's like a just enough that you can notice it, like a millisecond delay between I want to move my arm and your arm moving. Feels a little heavy.
She'll just sort of maybe brush her coat over it a little bit more. She's just gonna push that down.
Go ahead and roll your investigation check. Don't mind me.
Keep. We're gonna not think about that for too long, and go and just start listening. Okay, that's a natural 20 for a total of 24.
Oh my god! On a natural 20, you tap yourself back into it. Okay, fine, everything's fine, and you go up and down for about 30 minutes. You come across. It's actually very interesting. There is a group of 3. You want to almost say knights, people in like full plate armor, complete contrast from everyone else at this dock. Even the people who are like clearly nobles' guards are dressed for sea travel. These people are gilded, beautiful, well-maintained, perfectly coiffed hair, big broadswords at their side, talking amongst themselves. And the one woman among them, a drow. Look, the Dawnbreaker's below our pay grade. We have other things to chase after. Besides, it's like halfway to Umbale's Haven at this point. We really don't have time to be going after a small fry. We have a Wendigo to catch. 500 gold bounty is not going to make a dip in the bucket. There's 1,000 riding on the line, not to mention the glory that comes along with it. But look, if you do want to take a dinghy and go sink the Dawnbreaker yourselves, by all means, go ahead. I'll be reporting back to our commander, as we promised to do. They kind of like chatter amongst themselves a bit.
So definitely kind of just overhearing that a little bit. I think
And
she
Wendy,
would've-
make me a perception check to make sure that you overhear this as well.
I have
If
rolled
you're
3
following.
natural 20s in a row. That's 25.
Really? Jesus.
You, in that case, you hear them and you recognize the armor. These are people who have you've come into contact with them before. Not a super friendly group. Very good at killing.
Familiar.
But you're still far enough away. Envy doesn't know you're there. They don't know you're there. But you've had some not nice run-ins with them in the past.
I think
They are known as the Ash Casa. ASHKASA. They are about as high up as they come on the bounty hunter food chain.
I think I am gonna do something.
I like it when you do stuff. That's kind of the
Okay.
point of D&D.
So they talk about the Dawnbreaker. They're also talking about a Wendigo. I don't know shit about a Wendigo.
Yes, you do. You saw the bounty poster and it was discussed with you
Yes.
yesterday.
Well, I know the bounty poster, and I know that. I don't know. I have any leads on that, but I want to know what the Dawnbreaker is.
Mhm.
And they're not interested in the Dawnbreaker. I think she's a little drunk. She's got a little bit of stupidity running in her mind, so she's gonna go talk to him. She's like, I can do something. I don't fucking need Jin for everything.
All right.
So she's gonna walk up to them.
Quick interjection. With my 25 perception, would I be able to overhear them, or am I too far away to hear?
You're overhearing all of this.
Cool. Just wanted to see if I got the
You are
details
fully. I'm gonna say you've parked yourself, you've slightly cloaked yourself with that cloak of Elvenkind, sitting propped up on a barrel, back turned to them, ears fully focused on that
in
conversation.
an alley
You
around
hear
the
everything.
corner. I gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Friends,
Before you even get there, you're 10 feet out. She taps her companion on the shoulder. Shut up. Turns her focus to you.
Friends. Sorry, I don't mean to interject.
Strangers, actually.
Yes. I thought a friendlier introduction might be more appealing. I couldn't help but overhear.
Look, I'm not interested in your services, alright?
I'm not here to offer them.
Hmm.
I'm here to offer.
You don't look like it.
I do have one of those faces. It's a pity you're not interested. I might make an exception for you if you paid me double. But I'm actually here to. I'm here to.
So you are for sale, just only for double.
Triple now.
Hmm.
I wanted to trade information.
Is that
It
what's calling you?
seems.
I'm sorry, I'm done. Please speak freely. Her
I'm
companions, by the way,
excited.
the two other men in plate armor, just loving this, trying to hold back laughter.
Well, I'm glad you two are having fun. So I heard you're after a bit of a Wendigo. My friends and I are looking for the Dawnbreaker, actually. I might potentially have a little bit of information on this creature you're hunting. If you offer a little bit of
Do
information
tell.
to me. I mean, why would
Give me
I?
a persuasion check.
Right. Okay. Already a 17.
Of course.
17.
17. Look, the Dawnbreaker. I'll give you the information for free. It's not that big a deal. They set sail last night. They parked on the opposite side of the island, took off into the night. Small ship. Big one. Big supply ship. Moves very slow. You take off soon, you might catch them. If not, you'll probably find them parked in one of the more covert coves of Umberle's Haven.
Appreciate the information.
Of course. Now, not that it's for trade, but if you do have any information on the Wendigo, you should let us know before they kill someone. Again.
Well, since that information wasn't trade, I don't feel like I got anything. I would be getting anything for this information, so what would you trade for it?
Right, I forgot you pirates don't really care about civilian lives. What was triple your time? What was your worth?
Why don't we say 200?
200 copper, right?
No, darling.
Alright. You have a good rest of your day.
Yes. Actually, I would insight check the information on the Dawnbreaker. Make sure she's not
Go
lying
ahead,
to me.
insight check it.
+7. Ooh, that's another natural 20. For a total of 27.
Jeez, what is with you
I
guys
don't know.
tonight? My god.
We're doing good.
Fully truthful.
Fully truthful.
Fully truthful. Reported as easily as been like, it's a bit cold today. It's like very boring to them.
I'm a little salty that they've insulted me, so in my mind, I'm going to send them off on a wild goose chase. Perhaps you should search Cornucopia, and I'm going to turn around and walk away.
You say you should check Cornucopia. Her one eye glazes over in gold for a second. You know, lying to people that were just really helpful. Really rude.
That's a clever little trick.
Something you get with piety, so I don't think you're really in the running for it.
Well, your gods have never done anything for me.
Perhaps you weren't worth it. She turns and
Perhaps
lifts her
not.
hands onto- We argue for the last word.
Have to
But
go.
that is the information. I like being catty. This is fun.
Nuh-uh.
No, you
Yeah.
actually.
Well, I mean, with that, I'm happy. Take another swig and just walk along.
And Wendy, obviously, you overheard all of this.
Cool.
All right. Let's take a quick 5-minute bio break, and then we'll come back and finish up the second half of our session.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right, we'll be back in a moment, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us. We are now back. Hello, everyone. Hope you did well. So, we are going to pick up as I believe. Actually, Wendy, do you continue to follow Envy around, or is that done?
Whenever they split up, which way do both of them go?
The Ashkasa and Envy?
Yes.
Whatever way Envy goes, I'll say the opposite, because I'm not going to rob Envy of agency. So where are you headed? Into town or away from town? Let's say that.
Probably into town, because I've got information on the Dawnbreaker, so now I'm looking for information on the 2 bounties that we still have.
Cool. I'm gonna follow
Gotcha.
Envy then.
Got it. let's check back in with Miss Lady. You have your new book, which I assume you've already read by the time I said that.
Oh yeah, it's been read
Yeah.
front to back, maybe a few more times too.
Yeah, a couple of notes in there. Like that was misspelled. Any what do you want to do with the rest of your morning? We'll do like this in chunks of like morning, afternoon, night for everybody.
Okay, well I mean I'm gonna go to the Druid Circle. That's what I need to do today, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Awesome. You head into town. Make a hard left, like as soon as you like enter the main thoroughfare, and you go down I won't say it's a long path, but it's like maybe 100-foot dirt road, and you come across a massive 5-story glass greenhouse. On the outside is a lightly illuminated sign. Little fireflies dance around it, giving it light. It just says, Circle of the Sun, all are welcome. Outside, there are people walking to and fro, wearing very like loose fabrics and robes. Pretty much all of them are barefoot. No one paying you any mind, just kind of going about their day, watering plants, talking to plants. A couple of them are like playing with a couple of bunnies. Very tranquil.
Does anyone look like they are of importance? I would pick out the most important looking person I could and go to them.
I don't want to like even like tempt you by rolling anything. Everyone here is dressed so comfortably, and no one's giving anyone orders. It's very hippie. No one looks like
Oh
more important than
gosh.
anyone else.
Okay. All
At
right.
least on the outside. At least on the
Ladies,
outside.
lady's gonna try and keep it together.
Yeah, it is so free spirited.
Oof. Okay.
Someone's like literally skipping a small meadow of flowers.
Okay. All right. So then, in that case, lady will approach someone who doesn't appear to be doing anything.
There is a person literally just staring up at the sky and watching the clouds go.
Beautiful. Okay, lady will approach them and be like, excuse me. Uh, I'm looking for Miss Dante.
Hello,
Cantaloupes.
Starshine. Cantaloupes. Yes, we took a new harvest of cantaloupes. Did you come to help with the community garden and help us harvest them?
Yes.
Wonderful. Please follow me. And they just turn and march off into the greenhouse.
Okay, lady is over the fucking moon. Now this is some like secret agent shit. She is so excited. Okay.
Lady is Chopper, but like says fuck a bunch, and I love it. You step in. This first level, the floor above you is supported by redwood trees. As you step inside, it is at least like a 300 by 300-foot cube for each level. Huge sprawling area. Inside, you see people being treated for like minor injuries. There are a couple people just like joined in like a little circle, holding hands, talking to each other, very kumbaya, very chill. There is actually, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, real quick. Low DC.
17.
17. There is a distinct smell that would come out of the undergrad dorms in Candlekeep. You're very used to it. The whole building reeks of weed. Uh, but you manage not to get like any kind of secondhand buzz off of it. You are led up a spiral staircase that has just been carved into the trunk of a tree, up the second level, up to the third level, and then this level it is just a full row of crops, and you do see cantaloupes like 2 feet across, like bigger than some watermelons you've seen, being harvested by a group of people. No, once again, no one looks more important than the others. And she, the person who guided you in here, just says, "I'm really happy you came to help us harvest these. We don't get a lot of volunteers here. I don't want to make assumptions about people, but it does seem like the more criminal elements don't have much time for community garden, which is a shame. It's a very meditative exercise."
I'll knock on the cantaloupes next to me, and I'll turn and be like, "Okay, so which one was Miss Dante?"
Oh, no, the mother is out for now. She's meditating on the 5th floor. I'm sorry, did you come for cantaloupes or as a social call?
You have said a lot of strange things that don't make sense. The criminal element is downstairs. All that reefer?
It's legal and honestly really good for relaxation, which many of us are in sore need of. The world can be cruel.
The dog's cabbage is not something that, you should be freely imbibing, in my humble opinion.
She like casually takes a hit while she's talking.
I'll continue tapping on cantaloupes.
You've been
Maybe
told
you
that
should have a hit.
yeah, she's not gonna push drugs on anybody. There is like a moment where she like thinks about it and uses like all of her brain power.
No.
That's all right. Please help yourself to any of the vegetables here. Save some of the cantaloupes for the less fortunate. And Miss Dawntide is on the 5th floor. And does like a full deep bow. Makes her way downstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the cantaloupes behind then and head up to where.
Cool. You go up onto the 4th floor, which is lined with hammocks and like bed sheets and pillows on the floor. Seems like this is where a lot of the druids sleep. And you go up onto the 5th floor. And this is where one person does stand out for the first time, if for no other reason than she literally stands out. There is a procession of maybe like 10, 15 people, legs crossed, eyes closed, sitting in front of a 9 foot tall, very round purple furball with long orange hair. She is wearing as little as possible can be said on YouTube. Eyes closed, hands folded in front of her, deep in meditation. The room reeks of incense. Sun is pouring in from up above. No one does anything as you approach.
I've read the Kama Sutra. Does this remind me?
I've read about sex
I'm
once.
kidding. I mean,
Incredible. I love
Okay.
that's the thought. Like I read about
Yeah.
sex before.
I've read about sex before.
Yes,
I
we'll
guess
talk over to my dream playlist.
I guess I will approach Miss Dawntide, do a little like bow thing and be like, cantaloupes.
No response. Eyes closed, gentle humming.
It's me, the librarian. Cantaloupes.
Her eyes slowly open. She kind of looks up for a moment. Did I send for a librarian? She looks down and without asking permission or anything, just starts petting you.
Excuse you, I am not your pet. I am the librarian.
Most of... Oh, you are a tabaxi, not a cat. My apologies. Who are you?
You sent for me. I'm the librarian. Do
Oh,
you
yes, you're the curious one that my daughter told me about. Hello. How are you?
confused, meow, and feeling very out of my element? There's a lot of haberdashery that happens around here that I'm not used to.
Oh, if anyone has made you feel uncomfortable, I will have a stern talking with them, and I do apologize on behalf of the circle.
That's okay. I have your cantaloupes in my vision and on my mind.
Oh, you wanted to have some of our cantaloupes. Yes, I will have some of those chopped up probably within the hour, and we can eat them. Oh, yes,
Is that not a
you.
code word?
It can be. I
Why
suppose
am I
anything
why
can
am
be.
I here?
You serve on the sea's fortune, yes?
I do. Recently.
My, hmm. My eldest daughter, Trevo, sails with you. I wanted to inquire about her emotional state. She came to visit me early in the morning, and we had a nice conversation. Then she got nasty, and I worry about her. She was always a very sweet young girl. She's not one to yell at her mother, and I'm worried that perhaps it's either the woman she travels with or the magic she performed might be twisting her in some way. And I'm trying my very best not to hover, because she is an adult.
I have
She
seen
said you have...
some errant spells and perhaps misfires, corrupting components. I'm very familiar with most of it. Please describe everything in detail.
We were talking about where she was going, and perhaps I pressed too much. Her eyes grew rather bloodshot, and then she threw a bit of a tantrum and stormed out. I don't think I said anything to offend her. I'm very careful of the words that I say.
Do you
At
remember
this
the
point,
words that you said?
a small bowl of diced cantaloupe is placed in front of you, and a very large bowl is placed in front of her.
Blem, 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 blem.
I said that she should try to take better care of herself, and just because she lives long doesn't mean she's immortal. Yeah, because she runs a very dangerous sort, and I know she's capable, but she's my little girl. Do you do some snooping around her room?
It would be my pleasure to serve you in this way.
It's not a service, it's a request from a mother to an experienced young woman. So, as I said in my note, I don't have money. What can I give you to make this worth your time?
You have a wonderful home. I'm
Oh my
are
god, thank you so much.
You're welcome, meow. The youth under this roof, are they your children? Meow?
They call me mother, but I only have Last I counted, I only have 133 children, so none of the ones staying here are my kids. But I do have many.
Checking back in with people you went to high school.
What? Okay.
As I said, Trevo is the oldest. She lies about her age. You'll have to keep an eye on that.
So these are employees?
They come to me for spiritual guidance, as I've been around for long enough that I can commune with nature on a deeper level than most.
Ah, now I understand it. You're a guru, not a gang leader.
Oh, no, I don't think it's a gang.
It's just the unsavory cabbage, the weeds, as they call them.
Oh, yes. If we do have weaker strains, if that was too strong for you, or stronger strains, if that was too weak for you.
I had a second-hand high off of some catnip once, and I'm set for life, thank you.
Hmm. What can I offer you?
I would imagine, Miss Dontide, that people come and go from your home.
All the time.
A
Everyone's
many,
welcome here.
many numbered kind of folk. I'm looking for, I guess, information, leads. I'm a researcher.
You see, she claps her hands twice. The 15 people in front of her stand up, do a light bow, and leave. My memory is not great. I'm going to try very hard to focus exactly on what you are saying. Who do I have to remember?
I think your mic might have been muted.
Hold on. No.
Mm.
I would like I would like to know more about Nefertiti.
Do you use her last name?
If I need to.
Nefertiti doesn't ring a bell, but if you do use the name Wardenhold. Oh, yes. They're a family in Candlekeep. I frequented the circle there a few times. I don't want to say they're an unsavory family, because I don't believe people are inherently good or evil. They do converse with forces outside their control, and that does tend to lead to people getting hurt. Nefertiti doesn't ring a bell, but Miss Besh Wardenhold does. She's the current matriarch, or at least she was a decade ago. She might still be.
Thank you. That's a wonderful start to my journal. I'm
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 so glad I could help.
I'm actually researching the moon, its many faces, and its alleged ties to immortality.
Oh, the moon phases. Um, I I had one at one point. Or
You
I
had a
don't think I have it anymore.
phase of the moon?
Yes, it was given to me for safekeeping some time ago. I think I gave it back. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Who would you have given this to?
Pirate King came by and had me hang on to it. When I was in Haven, he wouldn't make the trip all the way out here.
You know the
I
Pirate King?
moved through. Oh, intimately. He's
Oh,
the father of 5 of my children.
that's charming.
I don't think he acknowledges them, though, which is rude.
Very.
I'm rambling a bit. Is there other information you needed? I really do want to know what's going on with my daughter.
I will find everything that you could possibly want to know about your daughter.
Thank you. Oh, curious lady of the library. I will be in your debt.
I prefer chronicler than curious.
Chronicler. I will keep this in mind.
You see, I was curious more in my second lifetime. Now that I'm a bit older, it's time to chronicle. I would think you'd understand.
This is your 10th.
How can you tell?
It's in your eyes, dear. You look tired.
Suppose that sounds right.
I would warn you about overstaying your welcome. I don't want to rush you, but sometimes it's okay to let go of what you had.
Thank you. I'll turn and leave now.
You didn't finish your cantaloupe. She just like gestures to the bowl in front of you. Great. Uh, so you guys have lady has now met Trevo's mom. So, Lyslin, for your morning, what do you want to do?
Lysan is going to go back to
Change off of Druid music. It's very peaceful though.
what is when
Where you
she's
headed?
is she alone in the room? Or is Eric there for some godforsaken reason?
He'll leave if you like want the room, but he's kind of just like sitting in. He's confined to the ship. He doesn't really have many places to go, so he does want to be in his bed. Yes. And it looks over. Like, you gotta give me the evil eye. Do you think? Should I like come back later?
If I could have a little privacy for a bit. Yes, that would be great.
Say no more. He stands up, dusts himself off a little bit, and like kind of scoots out of the room.
Um,
And you are alone.
when she's alone, she wants to send a message to Ryla. Where is it gonna be? Hello, Sudi.
Mhm.
In what is the name of the where we are at again?
Troutberg.
Troutberg. Is that one word or two?
One word.
In Troutberg. Delilah's here. Anything I should know? Strengths, preferences. Send back quickly. We ship out soon. Stay safe. He roams between us.
Pretty great. I love that. You get back the message. She's new. She's from after you left. Good at gathering information. Likes shiny things. Dislikes boring men. What was the rest? You were just asking for information on Delilah?
Yeah. And the vague warning about safety.
She has been building up forces. She has been building forces in the Isles.
New York City.
New York City.
Um,
You know what would be really cool if there was like a Morse code? You know how we like invented like Morse code to like do telegrams like really, really quick? There should be like a thing for that for sending. It's like this is technically all one word, but it's like a paragraph.
If
I mean,
you
there's
don't-
thieves can't.
If you don't pause between the words,
yeah.
they're all just one word.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
say it really fast.
They speak like auctioneers. They like trick the spell into thinking it's all one word.
And then she wants to go rifle through Envy's stuff to see if there's anything that she can steal for her date.
Holy shit. Get it. Fucking get it.
Envy, tell me, what does she find? What are her outfit
Oh,
options?
what do you want? There's plenty. There are dresses. There are
Are Envy,
dresses.
Are Envy and Lyslin the same size?
It's all femme. It's very femme.
I'm
It's very
assuming that
femme.
only a top would fit her because, you know, she's got rabbit legs.
You're like much taller than Envy, so
Yeah.
Dress
She's-
becomes
I feel like
shirt.
I feel like if it's a more flowy gown, your legs wouldn't matter too much.
yeah, a flowy
Right.
dress or a gown would probably work. Maybe a top. Like she's probably got some tops, and she also has like very like skin tight things. So those are definitely not gonna fit you.
Are you finding her lingerie? She
There's
brought
quite a bit of that in there.
lingerie onto a pirate ship?
You've already got a
So,
piece of
also
it.
to be fair, just so we know, because I didn't forget, Lyslin already has a pair of your underwear.
Yeah, Liz,
Yeah.
I already
Oh
have.
yeah, you already have a pair.
I do.
Hmm.
God, I'm
um,
just gonna come back. Everyone's wearing my clothes. Thank you. You could have.
You just come like everyone's on like a fashion show. It's
yeah, I just like share it out to the crew. I'm like, everybody should have nice things to wear. She's got a long.
Jen, burn the ship.
She would probably, if there's like a looser dress in there, and it would probably be shorter on her anyway.
Mhm.
Depending on what it is, she'll probably just tuck it up so that it looks intentionally short. And
You were cutting out a little bit at the end.
oh,
there.
sorry, she'll tuck it up to make it look intentionally shorter, and
Yeah.
kind of like tie it all
Gotcha.
together.
Yeah.
It's a fashion choice.
But she's kind of staring at herself in the mirror. I'm assuming there's a mirror there.
Of course.
But and she's really distraught about the fact that she has no fur.
You hear the squeaking of springs on the bed, on Envy's bed, and you see Jin sitting cross-legged. Like, do you want me to grow it back? Because it's honestly really unsettling. Like, I don't like looking at you. Gotta be honest.
I mean, I don't like looking at that either. But I won't favor. Oh.
A favor. You're doing me a favor by being decent. She snaps her fingers. Your fur comes back in.
Oh.
You know, I can be a nice person, you know, like you have me painted as like a horrible, they have me printed as like this horrible woman, and I'm not. I'm a good person. I help people, and you're that. See, that's rude.
Is it?
Yes, objectively. I just gave you all your fur back. That was
Sold
very
me.
nice. Well, that was like a while ago. I can change as a person, and also, I sold you to like a nice family. So, like when you think about it, kind of was in your best interest. Because like, look at you now, a leader of the great cult of Dionysus.
Yes. It went swimmingly for me.
Oh, wait, no, you're being sarcastic. Okay, so should I go or
Why are you here?
I don't know. I wanted to see why you're going through Envy's stuff. No, that's a lie. Okay, I'm a bad liar. Bored. I'm kind of bored. I'm punishing Envy right now, and it's doesn't leave me with a lot to do. They're kind of my favorite client at the moment.
See.
But she wouldn't let me help last night, and I'm like I'm a little annoyed about it. So I'm kind of letting her do her own thing for a little bit, giving her some space. So I need to stop looking at me like that. It's I can come to check up on people. I can have. We're not friends. I can have acquaintances.
Can, sure.
Hmm.
What about when it's not like viciously skewed in your favor?
I mean, like, look at me. It's always viciously skewed in my favor. There's not much I can do about that.
Stop toying with the people around you.
Telling people around you. Don't you run a cult?
We're all about consent, darling.
Okay, my bad. So it's just you offer people family and support, and then lull them into that security, and then you sleep with them.
No, we sleep with them first.
Oh, okay. I don't see how this is better. You know, it's fine. You got like a lot going on. You do look. She snaps, and the dress like fits you like a little bit better. You look great. Have fun. Stop hating me.
Give me a reason to.
What was that?
Give me a better reason to. Haven't you? You
okay.
you create so many little storylines. I'm sure you know that it takes more than nice clothes and a hairdresser to
Nice
fix
clothes.
parent issues.
Hairdresser. Tell you where the target of your revenge is.
Oh, you want that
Offer
for
to
your
aid
own
you in that
benefit.
revenge. Yes,
If
I
you're
can
not doing
have
it for your
an
little
ulterior
plays,
mo-
your little melodramas,
What?
acting
Don't-
out other people's lives because you can't get one
Okay,
for yourself.
spell it out for me. Spell it out for me. What can I do to make you not be such a bitch to me anymore? It's like I got a lot of power,
Why do you want me to
and you
not be a
got a lot of
bitch to you anymore?
bitchiness. Yeah, that would be ideal.
Why?
Because it hurts my feelings.
I find that so hard to believe.
That I have feelings or that you hurt them.
Yes.
Well, I do have them, and they are hurt, and I demand satisfaction because of that.
You want me to
Like
suck
the
your
fact that you
dick?
don't even think I have feelings is honestly like really hurtful. Like I go through so much to just like make people have a good time, and all I've been getting from you and your entire fucking crew is just like you guys telling me I'm a bad person and please go away. Stop leaving glitter everywhere, and it like hurts. Or I can't control the glitter.
No, no one should be blamed for something that just happened.
Don't worry, Roxas, we won't censor that in post.
Like, I can just kill your daughter for you if you want. Like if you, I can do that for you.
I wouldn't want you to. No. I would deny me the satisfaction for first. But I don't understand you. I don't know what game you're playing, but I know it is a game.
Not really for you to understand. Not a game. It's my life. It's my work. I just. People are supposed to like me. Alright? That's like hard and fast rule. People love me. I'm the great storyteller, the great performer, the playwright, the bard. I'm fantastic. And you're not getting the picture.
No. I thought you were fantastic once.
And then
I grew up.
I'm gonna go because this has been thoroughly unproductive.
Thanks for the dust.
I'm gonna leave glitter on your bed because I am a nice person. I'm going to walk out, but like invisibly. Oh. And she just like
Didn't you specifically say she was on Envy's bed?
Yeah.
she did.
I just come back and just like this. God damn it!
So she abandons you
There's glitter on
and
your
leaves
bed
glitter
and-
everywhere.
If she
She's
turns
really mad
invisible
at
and like a
you.
little bit, there's like less glitter than teleportation, but it's like still a little bit.
Oh my god.
It's not like there wasn't glitter on there already.
She's such a nice person. I don't know why you guys are so mean to her.
Yeah, she's real nice.
Give me a quick. Nope, no what? I'm not gonna be petty. Ignore it. Suppress that later. So you spend your morning like getting ready then?
Yeah, she gets ready. She does a little bit of reading on potions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get like the. I'm gonna say if you spend like the morning and like early afternoon reading, you can learn how to make health potions.
Okay.
No problem. You can tell me what ingredients you think would be good for that. Get creative, and you can just make them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Afterwards, like as we head into afternoon, she's gonna go towards the apothecary because she wants to read the health potion.
But
Sorry. After going into afternoon, like as we go through, gonna head towards the apothecary to refresh the potions that she ran through in the fight yesterday.
gotcha. What do you? How much do you want to buy?
She's gonna buy 5 more.
5 more health potions?
Yeah, of the greater ones, not the
The-
smaller ones.
Just the greater ones.
Like,
How much were they? Oh, God,
I
don't-
think that we did like, what was it, 75 for 2 and 2, but she was gonna kind of go for nicer and just offer 75 for, so twice that for just 4 greater health potions. So, yeah, basically,
I don't know if that's a good deal or not.
it's
And,
not
like, my
really, but
finances
it's a
aren't
better
good.
deal than it was.
Fair enough. Give me just a persuasion check. Persuade me.
What is
19 on the
Rox's
die.
persuasion? I love it.
What was that on the die?
19.
What? So, like last session during the combat, everyone's rolls were up and down. This session, everyone's like, roleplay, we're on top of
Let's
it.
go.
Got it.
Yeah, cool.
14
4
out of
greater
20.
health potions for 75 gold. That.
Oh, no. No, no, I was gonna do 75 gold for 2 greater health potions. And
Okay.
then just drop. She was trying to be nice. She was trying to be like, no lesser. Just give me the 4 greater gold. But give me 2 greater. But then she wants twice that amount. So she's paying 150
Okay, so 150. Cool.
for
Cool.
4.
That makes more sense. That
Yeah.
makes more sense.
And like, no, I'm not trying to like completely ruin this
But it
woman.
doesn't feel like a good deal.
No,
But I'll let you roll for it.
I should have let it stand, but no, I want to be in good standing with this woman.
See, you hand over 150 gold, which she's kind of like a little surprised by like the amount that you just spent. She's like, I only gave you 50. I don't know where you got the rest of this from.
Oh, I guess
No.
I wanted 5, but can I do 150 for the 5 or do you want more?
Sure.
Like that good?
That's fine.
Like, wait.
I'm not gonna haggle with you when neither of us know what a good price
Yeah,
is.
I know.
That is
And when I tried to
unproductive.
look it up, there's no price.
I hang on. I have the actual my actual like cheat sheet prices here.
This isn't gonna work in every town.
That's a bad deal. That's fine. She likes you guys. Next town will be more stringent. So you go ahead and get your potions. You've gotten dressed. We're into early afternoon now. Let's check back in with Envy and Wendy. Envy still like just collecting information on bounties.
For the moment, yeah, she'll go to the tavern. Just sort of. See if
Which
any-
one, the Pillow Princess or Lucky Shot?
I highly doubt it'd be the Pillow Princess. So she'll go to the Lucky Shot. I think she's also kind of looking out for any thieves' cant, any markings along the way, because Eric taught her. look for
Yeah,
those.
hell yeah, let's use that. Give me a investigation check. We'll do the thieves' camp first.
All right, so investigation check for that. Oh, 7.
You, as you're walking through as you like cross the street from the Pillow Princess over to the Lucky Shot, there is one thieves' cant thing that you spot.
Mm-hmm.
Just below the cornerstone of the Pillow Princess, there is a small circle with a triangle through it and a smaller circle inside that triangle. And that means that there is a fence at this location that you can buy and sell stolen goods from.
All right. Possibly have information because I believe the goblin. I do not remember what their name was. Was
Nuko.
headed in this direction. Do you remember?
Bukko.
What's it? Nuko?
What? Bukko. Bukko.
Buko. Okay. Buko was
Mhm.
supposed to be headed in this direction. Fince has stolen goods.
Mhm.
He had stolen something from the Pirate King.
Mhm.
Correct?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. I'm going to walk in. To sort of.
Let me describe the room because we haven't been in this building yet. You step in, everything is plush and velvet. It lives up to its name. There is low, slightly tinted purple lighting throughout. Standing behind the front desk is I would say young by elven standards, like a very young face, long pointed ears, hair slicked all the way back, nice suit, very fair skinned, looks at you through squinted eyes. Yes.
Yes. Hello. I was wondering if and I'll kind of like walk over to. I'm still in my very like nice clothes. Still gloved. The ruby hand is definitely closed. Enclosed. Walk over. I was wondering if you might be able to recommend like some wine to me, something really fancy. And as she's like talking and leaning over, she's going to sort of trace the symbol with her hand on the counter. Not like carve it into the wood, but you know.
Yeah, it'd be really nice walk up carve into the like podium. Make it as obvious as possible. He watches you trace. Of course, and what is the rarity of wine we are seeking today?
I mean, I do have a bit of a fancy taste.
Really?
Do I not look it?
And he just holds out his hand.
I'll take it. I'm assuming he's holding it out for me.
He smacks your hand.
Oh.
How expensive are your tastes?
Let's see. What do I have? I don't actually have that much money. Shit. I'll hand him. I've got to go big. I'll sort of try to pretend like I have a bigger pouch than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to put 30 gold in his hand.
30 gold.
That's just a taste.
It's a good taste. Please follow me.
Yes.
Straightens up his coat. Puts up a "We'll be right back" sign up on the podium. And
Shit, I'm assuming all that gold is fucking gone.
It's gone, girl.
That's okay. That's fine. It's fine.
We'll need a 10.
Ah, no! It's fine. It's fine. She's trying to pretend like she's a high roller. She's buying something stolen from a king.
He walks you back through the kitchen. You see that there's a bunch of people, very like well-dressed professional career chefs back here. He kind of like weaves in behind people. It's like behind, steps through over to the freezer. A deep freezer opens it up. It's just blocks of ice on the walls because it's ancient magical freezer. Steps in, walks in between some cuts of meat. He's walking like very briskly. So you kind of have to like stumble a bit to like keep up with him. Behind a like freshly slaughtered cow carcass, moves the hook out of the way. Behind it, there is a small door inside the ice. Traces that same fence symbol on it. glows ever so slightly, and the ice slides out of place. He
Got
like
it.
gestures for you to go in.
I'll just sort of do a slight insight check of him if this is just a precautionary. I'm not about to get my head chopped off when I walked in this door, am I?
Go ahead and give me an insight check. And also,
Okay.
we'll check in with
I'm-
Wendy in a second to see how this
I'm gonna
tailing
make
will
that
go.
same insight check.
Okay, that's pretty good. That was a 17 on the die.
Mhm.
24.
While we're adding up, I'm going to describe how Wendy gets in here. So, Wendy, you listen through, like, you post up outside, listen to their conversation with your, like, superhuman hearing. As you, like, hear the follow me, you, like, quickly dip inside. You, like, open the door ever so slightly so you can just slip in. Like, the door doesn't even make a sound. Slip in through the kitchen. You, like, dip and weave behind people as they're going into the freezer. You find yourself in the freezer as well. You like for a second the smell of like fresh blood everywhere is a bit intoxicating, but you actually like hang on like pieces of meat so that way your feet can't be seen on the ground as you move from like one to the other following them. You are 25 in stealth. I had to honor that. You are invisible.
Okay, so I fully intended to dip here. However,
Oh, my bad.
No. You're good because on that insight check, what does envy get from this person with their good insight check? Because I got a nat 1.
24.
What's your good insight check? 24
Mm-hmm.
treats you very warmly. 30 gold is not like a small amount to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
So he assumes you have much more. So with
That's-
30 gold, he's treating you very nicely. Everything is very above board.
Perfect.
I definitely think she's about to get robbed.
Yeah, you see him like reach for one of the meat hooks. You're like, now's the time, and he just kind of like moves the carcass out of the way.
I'm about to
Like
get
every
strung
single
up.
thing he does, like as he's walking past one of the knives in the kitchen, you're like, this is it. He's gonna stab her, and like this, it never happens. Like 5 points, you're like, he's gonna kill her.
Like, wait.
But yeah, instead of dipping, I will tag along inside of this place, even though I didn't want to. Because
I
Oh,
feel
sorry,
like
you don't have to.
I feel like at this point, do I notice? God, with 25, no, fuck, I don't notice Wendy unless she's making herself.
No.
No, okay.
I can make
th-
another one if you want. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
it's been the time. You can make another perception check.
Yeah, I feel like she's actually gonna make a perception check at this point just to make sure that she's not being followed.
At 24,
And-
you have disadvantage.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I don't even think it's possible. It's literally not even possible unless I get a nat 20.
I'll honor a nat 20 if you get 2 nat 20s.
It wasn't.
Fair enough. You don't know she's there.
Okay, that's fine.
But you are just guiding hand. He's not going in himself, but he's like gesturing for you to go in.
I will sort of give him a nod and I will walk in.
Before he closes the door, so that way, Ashton, you can get a good look at this too. Inside, there is. Look on me, second. What are the fucking frog people called? Grunts,
Bullywog?
that's it.
Grunts, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so there is a purple, like, poison dart frog up on 2 feet. Some nice, like, very ornamental leather armor. A couple of daggers stuck inside. Just welcomes you in. Hi, so are you here to sell or are you here to buy?
well, I'm looking for something a little bit special for my looking for a bit of an accent. Remind me, I have long forgotten. Envy would remember. At least I think she would remember. What was
Probably.
the object that Buko stole?
Not listed.
Not listed.
Like,
Fuck.
just
Okay.
famous property.
Stole.
Make a guess. Give me a luck check and make a nice guess.
I'll make a luck check. Yeah. Okay, 17.
You you're thinking. The moment you're assuming, uh, like it has to be jewelry.
All right. I'm looking for jewelry specifically. Something fit for royalty. Do you have something like that?
I need you to take off your gloves, please, and empty your pockets.
Could I keep my gloves on, please? I have.
Like,
I sort of look
Their
at them.
size
I've
look.
got. It's embarrassing. I would prefer not to speak of it if that's quite all right. But I'm happy to empty my pocket for you.
Persuasion check.
Okay. 17 already.
I know.
That's 17.
Sorry, I love the long math.
Yeah.
I really need to see that you're not like carrying any kind of sigils that will report this back to someone else. It's standard procedure. You know this.
Fuck.
It's essentially a pat down. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'll start, undoing, taking out the pockets as I'm like quickly thinking, shit.
by the way, I didn't describe the room. So as you like look through your sheet, the room is nothing but like floor to ceiling file cabinets. Each one of them labeled in common. Some say jewelry, weapons, documents, deeds, wills, maps.
Oof. Okay, that's fine. Just looking over that. Can I cast any magic at all?
How subtly do you undo it?
The problem is I would have to try to cast Disguise Self. I've already used my innate Disguise Self for the day. Earlier this morning.
Oh.
If I could do an Arcana check, or I have to go with an attempted minor illusion to just make her hand just slightly darker red and appear more skin-like.
Give me an Arcana check. You're trying to essentially force that like
Ooh.
more like hard magic.
Actually, before she does that, as she's emptying her pockets, she like thinks of like, okay, shit. She's going to. I don't have any sigils. She'll roll up her sleeve and show an infernal, the marking on her arm.
That's unfortunate.
It is. Do you read infernal?
Of course, I read Inferno.
Good. It's a marking from my employer. My employer is a very powerful being. Shall we say? I am not exactly in the business of reporting you to the authorities, if that's what you're concerned about. If I was to report you to the authorities, I would be having my own head cut off.
Listen, lady. I like you. You clearly have deep pockets. You're a beautiful woman. You're clearly capable. I'm not worried about the authorities. You are asking for royal jewelry.
Yes. Obviously not for myself.
Keep your gloves on. What do you want?
Whew. She will take a. Oh, thank God. Okay. I'm not certain if you have it in yet. I'm looking for something that should be. To give a smile with that. I've heard rumors of someone coming into town who has a very priceless set of jewels, if my information is correct, from a very powerful individual. My employer is interested in them.
And how deep are your employer's pockets?
How deep is the ocean, darling?
You see, he like literally licks his own lips with a disgustingly long tongue. All right, it's not in yet. Expected tomorrow.
Wonderful. Would you please let me know when it comes in?
Where are you staying?
You can find
Actually-
it for me.
Wait a minute. You can stay here. And he like pulls out a small key, places in your hand.
Take it. Much appreciated. I look forward to our next meeting.
May your efforts be ever profitable.
And I will take a curtsy, and I will turn around to leave.
Your 30
Oh.
gold is not returned to you.
That's fine. Actually, I would insight check him just as I was leaving. I forgot to mention I was doing that throughout the conversation if he's being truthful to me.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
And then we're going to spend the rest of this session focusing on other people. I didn't mean for this segment to go on as well.
It's just a 15.
Seems relatively truthful.
Perfect. I'll go to my new room.
You're going straight there, all right? In that case, when do you see her leave the room? Like, out of the freezer and up some stairs. You can continue to tail her if you want, but at this point, you'd be following her into her room.
I am in too deep now, and I will.
Okay.
Honey, we're gonna keep rolling. For this, I need a new stealth and perception check if you're going to like get into her room.
No. So whenever you go to like shut the door behind you, I will just catch the door, like as it's about to close, and just push it back open.
Oh, of course. I should have not known you were following me. Come in.
Wasn't an option.
Come in.
I will swing the door closed behind. Don't worry, nobody was following me.
Oh, you said, well, whatever. Like that.
Are you certain? Whatever.
I don't actually care. So, how long are you tailing me? And how much do you know before I start filling you in on information you already know about?
Go ahead and delight me. Tell me exactly what you want.
What I want or what I learned?
How much are you gonna tell me?
I will tell you all of it because I have no reason not to.
Okay. Fill me in.
Alright. Well, I've got some information on the Dawnbreaker. If we headed out, we'd have to head out tomorrow.
I mean, like, obviously I know it all, but like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you actually telling me everything?
Yes, I am actually telling you everything.
Admittedly,
Is that
I thought
envy
you
being
were gonna
truthful?
lie. Damn, I've been with you all day. Good job.
What? Why would I lie? I'm looking for information on a bounty that we're looking for. I'm not that. Whatever. Okay.
Well, at the
Well,
very least,
tomorrow we should be able to snag Buko here. I might need some gold.
no,
quite a
that
bit
should
of
be
it.
easy enough.
Okay.
I'm glad
I
I tagged
sort
along
of-
now, because that'll make this a hell of a lot easier than if you were probably gonna blow half the town up on your damn own.
Wouldn't have been me. Also, I think she's kind of pissed at me, so that's not likely to happen today.
You're gonna claim a bounty without the help of your patron?
I can do things.
I raise an eyebrow.
Deception check. No, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I don't
I'm not.
need my patron to cast magic.
I can. I was just getting information. I'm not trying to I wasn't going to try and capture a bounty on my own. I'm not an idiot. But I did exactly what I set out for. I got the information we were looking for, and I'll continue looking at it tonight, I guess, with Neff.
No, admittedly. You seem fairly competent on your own, shockingly enough.
Oh, thanks. I so appreciate your compliments.
And
They are
more
worth
importantly,
so much to me.
I am 100% sure you are. Well, you're definitely not the traitor. I can't say you seem like the happiest when you're on your own.
Well, I'm glad I've got your stamp of approval. I'm pretty certain you're not either, considering I don't think you care enough to do so. Unless I'm wrong on that.
Am I missing?
Also-
Am I missing something? What's that in reference to?
What?
Like out of character. What is that in reference to?
I don't think it's a reference to anything.
Oh, are you just like, I don't think you are either? Like you're saying, I don't think you're the happiest person either?
I think there was a
That's
double.
funny.
I think there was a double meaning there.
Okay, because I was like,
Incredible.
that one went over my head.
No, I
That was
think that
real
was
smooth.
yeah. I think it was a double meaning of yeah. I don't think you're the happiest person either. Also, I don't think you're the traitor either.
Okay.
Unless you're
Okay.
yeah. Unless you're, I don't know, surprising me and you care way more about politics than you let on, which I can't correct me
Not
if I'm
even
wrong.
in
I don't think you do.
sliced.
Thought so. I'm not even going to bother checking.
Your friend. You say you don't know anything about him.
Not really. Apparently she was a family friend. That's all I know.
The wizards have poked through her head, but magic's valuable.
Yeah,
Hold
I
me
can poke
sentiment
through
if
her
I
head too.
question myself.
I would prefer, if you're going to resort to measures of violence, allow me to poke through her head. I would really prefer you not harm her.
I'm in no rush. I just know this is important to the captain, and it could be the difference between happy all dying and staying alive.
Yeah. I'll talk to her tonight. I still suspect I would be surprised if it was her. Either she's a much better liar than I had anticipated. I can get into her head, so I don't think she's blocking it through magical means. And I know I felt resistance when I did earlier, when I first met her, so I don't think she's I think she I don't think she just let me in willingly. So I know that I don't think she's warded against it. At least she wasn't then. But just let me talk to her. Let me try and see if maybe if I might be able to get something out of her.
How much do you
Just
know about the
don't
rabbit?
hurt her.
How much do you know about the rabbit?
Wendy, I don't know how I know the words I'm talking to you.
Not at all. She seems to be real familiar with your patron.
Everyone seems to be very familiar with my patron.
Yeah, she gets
Wow.
around.
Wow.
Call her slut, why don't you?
Yeah.
Not wrong. I write slutty characters. Leave them for me. Near and dear to my heart.
I don't mean to. No, I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
It is exactly like your little friend inside your heads. There's machinations to pin two people against each other. Would not be surprising at all if the rabbit was our informant working for Jana, and then you working against the informant, also working
It's
for
a
Jana.
possibility. I mean, Jin so far hasn't shown an interest in this particular endeavor. I don't know if that's the sort of. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Jin to want to tell that sort of a story. How much do you know about her?
We're familiar.
How much do you know about her?
I know enough that it's real damn foolish for you to make a deal with her, for whatever reason. Lord knows if you even know what that is.
Hey, Envy,
Mm.
how much do you talk with your hands?
How much do I talk with my hands?
Yeah.
I think usually she does. I don't think since she got her ruby. She'll probably talk more with her right hand. She probably doesn't do much with her left, though. I think she is always very guarded, especially after the interaction she just had. Of like, shit, I have to hide this. I need to come up with a reason to not show you my ruby hand.
Yeah, you can't move it anyway.
We're gonna swallow that for now. We're not gonna deal with it. We're not gonna nope. We're gonna keep
It's
going.
very heavy now. And I would say, unless you. No, look at your strength score. No.
Oh no.
Wendy, you notice the fact that Envy is like slouched to one side just a little bit. They're like compensating a bit, but
Oh,
their one shoulder is being like pulled down.
I'd probably sit on the bed, try to offset that as much as I can.
Yeah, you can offset it, but like there is a moment where it's like I can move, my arm feels normal. It doesn't anymore.
Here comes
So
the
there's like
rainbow
a
star. If you ever notice that two people's shoulders are not even, you should immediately ask them to hold both their hands up. If they cannot do so, they are likely having a stroke and you should contact a
Yeah.
medical professional.
hey Envy, can you hold both your hands?
No, apparently not.
That's true.
All right. Jin is she's a playwright. I don't think this is the kind of story she wants to tell. There's really not much to it than that.
I suppose you probably know better than me. I stay far out of her low waves. At least I have until now.
She's not that bad. I don't really want to get into it. It's fine. I suppose it's possible it could be Lyselin. I could be a little surprised if it was. She took quite a few hits in that fight too, almost died. I mean, not that I don't think Gil would particularly care. I suspect either it's one of the other officers. I actually suspect it could be... remind me, who was the one that I saw when I was in the room? I saw her eyes go bloodshot. Was that Yolanda or Trevo?
That was Trevo.
Trevo.
Trevo is, and then that was brought up again.
Yeah.
Not that you would know it, but when Lady talked to Miss Dawntide, it was brought up again that her eyes go bloodshot sometimes.
Yeah.
Specifically when she gets upset.
I suspect it also could be Trevo. She is the divination wizard, so she would have quite capable means of understanding that information, and I may have slightly pissed her off a little bit, and might have set her door on fire, and her eyes kind of went a little wild. I also walked in on them at one point. Yolanda answered the door. The scuffling, someone had moved very quickly to a different room, and there was blood on the sofa. Someone had tried to clean it up rather quickly.
Every time I've
So I don't know what they're up to, but they're up to something. I don't know if it's
been
involved
in
in
that room,
this.
It smelled like death to me. They are dangerous people.
You have certainly keen senses,
You're right.
and have been around for quite some time.
You're also right.
I'm not here to judge. I will, I mean, at this point in time, I don't really have any other information, so I don't have anything else to do besides just
Let's wait.
keep looking into it, I guess.
I'll tag along tomorrow. I'll probably hold back a little bit, and if we see a weakened moment, we can grab this guy, but otherwise, just play it normal. Get your information, get out.
Alright, I'll see if I can't meet them. I would definitely like backup, because I'm going to be, breaking into, well, I'm not a fighter, if you haven't noticed.
I'm aware.
I can probably try to get them to a discreet location. Someone else is going to have to do the grabbing.
I can do that easy enough. Although, I think we have to call this thing off if you can't lift that arm in the morning.
Yeah.
Get some rest, kid. It's gonna be a busy day.
Good night.
I will just prop up against the wall with the hat down.
Oh, you see, okay. Keep...
I'm
Alright.
fucking staying here. I still think you're gonna get robbed.
That's fair.
There is one bed. They weren't expecting other people to be using the room. Let's check back in with Lady. You now have this information about the new room. Sorry, you've been. I'm losing my mind. Miss Dawn has asked you to check out her daughter's room, and you were given a bunch of cantaloupe. You were offered joints like 3 times on the way out, as well as like stronger stuff that I will not say while we're on YouTube. They're very friendly people. A couple of people try to pet you, but you like use your shield to kind of dodge it a little bit. What do you do with your afternoon?
I think I'm gonna walk back through the area we were in last night and just take in the damage.
There is a small little flower memorial in the place that the one person got caught in the explosion. There's a couple of construction workers patching up where the wall of the tavern was kind of blown in a bit. Other than that, it's not too bad. And I think in this moment you realize it felt way worse in that moment while you're like in the heat of things. It's not good. You know, someone lost their life. A couple people lost their lives here, and that like can't be understated. But it felt worse in the moment than it is seeing it again. There is the bartender from that small little hole in the wall tavern steps out and looks at you, gives you a little nod.
I'll nod back and say, "Happy to see you survived."
And I'm happy to see you did the same. Seems like you've got some enemies.
I don't think it's me, but somebody does. And I'm sorry that we brought it here.
You're not the first, and you're certainly not going to be the last. I mean, it's a pirate town. I kind of knew that when I sailed in. You alright? You don't seem like a fighter.
Trying to
I
learn.
mean that
I'm trying to learn to
in
be
the
one.
nicest way possible.
Of course. No, I'm trying to learn to be one. I thought I had learned enough, and I'm still learning more.
Violence isn't really a thing people learn. It's kind of a thing they're forced into doing. Why do you want to learn how to be violent?
I guess I thought it'd be different. You know, you have one idea of how the world's gonna be when you're younger, and then you get older, and you find out it's not the way you thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Read a whole bunch of books as a kid.
You did?
Big
Which
fantasy
ones?
adventure. Oh my god. You know, the Greenback series about, you know,
Oh,
I
it's
think it,
actually
like, trapped on
pronounced.
an island.
It's actually pronounced Garenback.
Garen back. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Garen.
the
It's Garen
Garen
back.
back series.
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
like adventure title, I kind of thought life would be a bit more full, but now I've been like stuck in this tavern for like 20 years. And like, don't get me wrong, it's a good living. Just
What did you want to be when you grew up? I mean,
I wanted to be like you guys, you know, like out there kicking ass, taking names, getting treasure and plunder, and I'm too old for it now, you know.
yeah, I do know.
Mm. Well, hey, appreciate you coming back to check up on the place. It's all right, you know. This town's lived through worse. We'll be around.
That's good to hear. I'll be on my way.
Yeah, take care of yourself, and next time you come through, come and grab a drink.
I will. Thank you.
Just nods and goes back inside. Goes back to his very mundane life of slinging drinks.
I guess if I could,
Er,
I'd swing by the armorer just to like kind of poke at shit, I guess.
All right, you swing in. I had a yeah. So the armors is it's a little shop off a bit. Oh my god, focus. There is a store outside of it is like an anvil and a proper forge. No one's working the forge at the moment, but as you go inside, the sign above the door is just reads "Hold fast." You step inside, and there is a short man, maybe like 5'3", 5'4", button-down vest, half unbuttoned, 5 o'clock shadow, bright red lipstick, and red eyeshadow to match. He turns around. I don't know if I have armor that fits cats, I gotta say. Like, I can work on something, but different body type than I'm used to. How are you, dear?
I could be better. You see, I have this shield which I've learned to use dexterously, but as you can see,
Fantastic.
more of my body is exposed, and I've recently taken some shots to my face and my chest, which I do not wish to take again.
Gotta say you heal well, but sure, we can get you. I guess I can make something. Do you prefer leather or metal?
I'd prefer something I can move in.
You can move in either. That's what armor's made for.
I suppose I just don't know then. I tried so hard to work with this shield, and look where it got me.
Well, you. We'll start light. I don't want to make too many assumptions. Doesn't look like armor is a big thing for you. Just something leather. My name is Bowie, by the way. It's a pleasure.
Hi, Bowie. I'm Lady. You can call me the librarian.
Nice to meet you, the librarian. Not unaccustomed to stage names. He pulls out like a strip of measuring tape and just goes to work, gets your measurements down. So, if we're just looking for a custom piece of leather armor, do you want this enchanted or just standard?
What kind of enchantments are you able to do?
I'll be honest, it's mostly just the basic kind. Just I'm not super fancy, but I can do something to make it a bit more resistant to damage, but nothing like you're going to find in the big cities.
How are you at enchantments that repel unsavory folk?
Like repel them.
Yes. Or maybe an enchantment that would alert me if I was being scryed upon.
Well, I can do that. It's not too bad. Be a minor one.
Even if the scrying was being done by, like, something, I don't know, like a god.
oh no! Look, I'm. No, obviously not. I can. Have you pissed off a god? Because you see, he, like, immediately takes out some sage and starts burning it. Because, like, I don't need that. Like, that's
It's a precaution. I'm sorry. I read a lot of
just
books.
in
My
case you piss
imagination
off
just
a
runs
god. Like,
wild. I just
I can make you something that will hide you from like novices and apprentices, but and then maybe someone can buff it up later.
Mm,
Add more of the finer details in. But I can do the basic part.
mm.
Trying to hide from old Johnny Law, I can do some stuff that'll block minor scrying. But if you're trying to hide from anything higher than that's not my purview. I'm afraid.
Mm, I see. Well, I guess we'll start with the basics. As you say,
Just the basics
we'll
then.
build from there, just like in education. Am I right, Bowie?
You are right. So, if we are just going to do some simple leather armor for you, add a bit of padding, and since this will be a custom piece, minor enchantment, we're looking at. You see, he just starts doing like numbers in his head, tracing out in the air. Looking at maybe you could round up to 150 and call it square.
Oh, Sonny, you have set my old heart into a bit of a flutter. I'm sorry. Did you say 150?
Cool. Yes. The
Go!
armor itself,
Oh, dear me.
ma'am. The armor itself is going to run you about 40. The main part is the enchantment. I can give you the armor for 50. That's no issue. It's a custom piece. I've never. Stop with the cat eye. Okay. I can knock down the original piece down to 30. So we'd be looking at closer to 130.
Deal.
Deal. Shake on it.
Yeah.
Meow. Beautiful. Come back tomorrow morning. I'll have it whipped up for you.
Perfect.
Late morning. I don't rise early.
Of course. Of course. You're young still.
Hey, thank you. And payment will be due obviously upon completion. I'm not going to have you pay up front.
Of course.
Because apparently that'll cause you to have a heart attack, and I don't have the insurance for that.
Thank you for considering
Thanks.
the elderly of your community.
You seem plenty young, by the way, dear. You should give
Oh,
yourself more credit.
please. I thought I was supposed to be flirting with you.
Were we flirting? I am free later tonight. Well, no, I'm not. I have a project to work on now. I could be free. Yo, you're gone. Okay, goodbye. He's out of there. Let's
Out of there.
quickly check in with Let's quickly check in with what Lyson's up to, and then we'll end out our session. We'll get to. I know this one moved a bit slower, and we spread our attention quite a bit. My fault. Poor planning on my end. But Lyslin, your date is not until the evening. You are dressed up. You got your health potions. Your fur is back.
Actually, Lyslin
I
is
know you're tired, so we gotta end it here soon.
yeah. I think Lyslin's actually also going to go by the what is it, the Pillow Princess? That's where Delilah is, right?
Mm-hmm. Delilah is staying at the Pillow Princess, yes.
Yep. Um. So I think that she's going to step over there, and go visit for a minute.
Gotcha. She gave you her room number. I think it was like 209, if I remember correctly. So you just walk in, just like nod to the maitre d. Because obviously, if you're going into another room, you don't need to check anything out. You don't need to check with him. So you just like walk up to 209. There is a stocking on the door handle. Do with that what you will.
She'll knock.
There is a small scuffle. I'm a little busy. Is this like important?
Only a little bit.
Oh shit! Get the fuck out! Get out! You hear the sound of like someone being hit multiple times with a pillow. Shit! And within like 10 seconds, someone with their underwear barely on is being shooed out of the room. Young, older gentleman, clearly from the way he's like properly manicured, man with money, a man with shiny things, as you know she likes, is shooed out of there. And she door closes really quick, opens up with a like slightly open bathrobe. Hello, Liza.
Hello, Delilah.
I was
Having
spreading
fun?
the good word of Dionysus. Yes, obviously. I was spreading the good word of Dionysus and my legs. How can I help you?
It, yeah.
Yes, please, come in, come in, come in, come in. It's a mess, but you know how it is.
Of course. There's always things to be
Mhm.
done. Why worry our heads about the cleaning?
You seem serious. Am I in trouble?
No, darling, you're not in trouble.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Hi. What can I do for you?
Why? Do you think that you've done something to be in trouble for?
That's not. I don't. Wasn't expecting a visit from you, and I have done nothing to be in trouble. But it just, you're really high up there. You're really important, and I'm just like, I just got started, so I wasn't expecting like a visit from.
She kind of like does like the little caress on the cheek and taps the chin up and is like, "I'm nervous,
Hmm.
of course, and should be.
Very.
I hear though that you're very good at your job on all fronts.
Which part of it?
On all fronts, I would say, but I hear that you're very good at information gathering.
Oh, yes.
Riley speaks highly of you.
That's great. She's like tearing up a bit. Uh, what do you need me to gather info on? Oh, the puppy. Oh.
Oh. Have you heard anything salacious or interesting about the king's children?
Hmm. Not as much as I would like to tell you. They're, I don't know, boring, bitchy butches. Like, they kind of keep to themselves as they've been, formally excommunicated. Uh, I heard one of them was just in town yesterday, though, which is
I heard that too.
pretty crazy. Hmm? Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I know that they are seeking divine artifacts. Apparently, it's like some big thing about getting back at their dad. Um, they moon phases. They have three of them, so they're trying to like, get the rest of them for something. Couldn't tell you what they do.
Mm.
Uh, apparently, this is just a rumor. Just a rumor. They might be moving on Kings Beach here soon. Uh, trying to like take over some. It's a small island near Lastport where they're at, so they might be trying to like expand their territory here soon. It'll probably fail. They something they have the numbers for it, but like they could, in theory, in a perfect world, depending on how like battle's unpredictable. It depends on the weather is, the morale of the men, blah 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 blah. They could do it, but like I don't see it being super feasible. They just don't have the numbers or the support for it.
What a lovely and delightful analysis.
Thank you.
Quite clever.
You guys took me on for a reason.
Um, you have been extraordinarily helpful, Delilah. And I believe that you are quite deserving of the blessings of Dionysus. Um, so she's going to cast Alter Self and
Okay.
is going to transform into like reminiscent of the gentleman that just left and just more of like that distinguished, slightly older, but
Mm.
well put together, but with a little bit of a devilish look to their eye. And he looks kind
Uh-huh.
of like, he looks almost like he has like lightning in his eyes or under his skin.
I'll go lock the door.
Yes, I believe that that would be the perfect thing for you to
Like
do.
before you can even say anything,
Yeah.
she has fully disrobed, door locked. You go ahead and roll me whatever skill check you think could be appropriate. Let's see if you can earn that 20 here.
That'd be great.
Oh no.
No, only a 15's for a 21.
Oh, that's okay. That's not bad.
Only it's what roll was
It was a
that?
21 altogether.
Mm. Oh, for what was the skill?
Performance.
Gotcha. So a 21 on performance, still mind blowing, fantastic. And as we fade to black on that, that is where we're going to end our session today.
Praise Dionysus.
Praise
Praise
Dionysus.
Dionysus. That's what all the neighbors hear.
Yeah.
In fact, Envy and Wendy, you guys hear some young woman screaming, "Praise Dionysus!"
Just both like look
one,
over.
one floor below you.
The hell?
I stomp on the floor.
Just gets louder.
All right, thank you for. They're into it. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We will see you
Yes.
next week at our regularly scheduled time. Thank you for going on this adventure with us. The next session will be our proper date night, although it seems like Liza and I got a little bit ahead on that.
And I'll fix
Have a good
the
night,
overlay.
everyone.
Good night.
Huh?